The journey begins in the quiet space of a home office. A single light illuminates the surface of a minimalist desk where a laptop screen glows with rows of data. The professional taps a key, refreshing the spreadsheet that tracks every cent earned and every dollar saved. Beside the keyboard, a calculator sits with its display locked on a specific, calculated down payment figure. This is not just math, it is the blueprint for a future. A notepad lies open, filled with a list of monthly expenses, each line crossed out with deliberate, steady strokes. The professional pauses, fingers hovering over the keys, and rechecks the total against the bank balance. The numbers align. A moment of stillness follows as the professional saves the file, closing the laptop with a soft click. The desk is cleared, the notepad is set aside, and the focus shifts. The foundation is set, the preparation is complete. The solitary work of building a financial base gives way to the next stage as the professional stands, pushes the chair back, and turns toward the window. The laptop screen fades to black, replaced by the bright, high-resolution interface of a real estate app on a mobile device. The professional sits in a sunlit living room, thumbs scrolling rapidly through endless rows of listings. Each swipe is a decision, a filter applied to narrow the field. They stop on a property, tapping the screen to enlarge a photo of a kitchen bathed in natural light. Their eyes scan the counter space, the layout, and the flow of the room. This is no longer about savings, it is about a destination. The professional marks the listing, saves the location, and closes the app with a decisive tap. The next morning, the setting shifts to a local cafe. The professional sits at a small round table across from a real estate agent. A printed property brochure lies between them, filled with floor plans and neighborhood statistics. They lean in, tracing a finger over the map, discussing the logistics of a viewing. The agent nods, pointing to a specific detail on the page. The professional listens, absorbs the information, and reaches across the table. A firm, steady handshake seals the conversation. The digital search ends here, replaced by the momentum of professional collaboration. The path forward is now shared, and the search has officially begun. The atmosphere inside the bank office is cool and still. The professional walks toward a polished wooden desk, the surface reflecting the overhead lights like a dark mirror. A thick, organized folder of documents rests in their hands, the edges crisp and the contents finalized. They reach the desk and slide the folder across the wood. It stops precisely in front of the loan officer. The officer does not speak immediately. They open the folder, the sound of paper turning sharp in the quiet room. The professional sits, hands folded, watching the officer's eyes move line by line across the pages. Every second of silence stretches, turning the air thick with anticipation. The officer pauses, a pen hovering over a specific form, then flips to the next page. The professional tracks the movement, breath held, waiting for a sign of approval or a question that might derail the process. There is no background noise, no hum of activity, only the rhythmic sound of pages being scrutinized. The officer reaches for a stamp, pauses, and looks up. The loan officer taps the screen of a digital tablet, and a vibrant green checkmark flashes into view. The tension that had filled the bank office evaporates instantly. The professional exhales, a sharp, audible sound of relief, and nods at the officer. The scene cuts abruptly to the exterior of a quiet suburban home. The professional stands on the front porch, the wood beneath their boots solid and still. They reach for the handle, fingers curling around the cold metal. The door swings open with a smooth, heavy motion, revealing a hallway bathed in soft, natural light. A hand reaches out from the threshold, extending a set of silver keys. The metal rings softly as they are passed over, a weight transferring from one palm to the other. The professional takes them, the keys biting slightly into their skin. This is the physical anchor of the entire process. The door remains open, a gateway to the space that now belongs to them. The professional steps across the threshold, leaving the uncertainty of the past months behind. The transition is complete. The keys are held firmly, a tangible proof of the journey reaching its intended conclusion. The silence of the house welcomes them, marking the definitive moment of victory. The sun dips low, bathing the exterior of the home in a warm, amber glow. The individual stands on the front walkway, the light catching the sharp edges of the silver keys held tightly in their palm. The metal is cool, a grounding weight against the warmth of the evening air. They look up at the structure, tracing the lines of the roof and the frame of the windows, seeing them not as a listing, but as a foundation. The silence of the neighborhood is absolute. No more spreadsheets, no more waiting, no more uncertainty. The keys press into their skin, a firm reminder of the path traveled. They take a steady breath, the air smelling of cut grass and cooling pavement. The golden light softens the scene, turning the moment into a singular point of arrival. They stand still, watching the shadows lengthen across the porch, the weight of the keys now a permanent fixture in their hand. The journey is over, the space is theirs. The accomplishment settles in, quiet and complete, as the final light fades into the evening.